If you clicked on this video, then you're interested in making shimmer products, and I got you. I have 3 different products that I'm going to share with you today, and these are going to be your average old shimmer products. Hi, I'm Nicole, and I help skincare business owners and DIYers create formulas and develop fragrances. If that's something that you're interested in, then definitely click the subscribe button. Whenever I see shimmer products that are sold online, I always see the basic bronzer, gold, maybe like a pink or white shimmer, and I wanted to do something a little bit different and find different types of shimmer that you can create. I'm going to be sharing with you 3 different products. We're going to be making lip gloss, body butter, and even a highlighter stick. Starting your skincare business can be so stressful. There's so many things you have to worry about. Your logos, your labels, brand identity, formulas. It's just so overwhelming, and I wanted to alleviate that stress for you, so I created the Skincarepreneur Startup Kit. And within this kit, you're going to get formulas, content ideas, logos, labels, so that you can really tailor it to your brand. I also have customizations for all the formulas, so you can really tailor it to whatever skincare issue you want to tailor to. I also have a shimmer oil formula on here as well. This is going to have your gold, bronze, and even white, but I also made a holographic shimmer oil. And this is going to really set you apart and be a different type of mica that you may not see on the market very often, but they are so beautiful and will just be bright and fun for the summer and spring. If you are interested in this, then definitely click the link down below, or you can scan the QR code so you can snag yours today. Let's get started with confidence. All right, so first we're going to get into the highlighter balm, and to start off with, we are going to be using Kapaku butter. Now this is going to be a lot softer of a butter than like your shea butter, but this is going to have a really nice texture and consistency and just really make the overall balm soft in texture. And I just love how soft and creamy this is, so it's going to be really great for this type of product. Then we're going to have cocoon butter. Now cocoon butter is going to really help bring the firmness that we need for the product. It's going to be a hard butter, and it's a bit softer than cocoa butter, but it's still going to have those great benefits and really bring in that firmness that we need. And so it's a really good alternative to cocoa butter. Then we're going to be using sunflower oil. Now for the sunflower oil, this is going to just really bring in some more softness and lightweight oil to the product. And then we're also going to have argan oil. Now argan oil is just really great. That's a lightweight oil that absorbs really quickly. And you just want those kind of oils in a product like this to kind of loosen it a bit. Then for the real star of the show, we're going to be using beeswax. Now beeswax is going to bring you the firmness that you need. It's going to be a really hard consistency and really give it the balm texture, and it's going to give it more of like that waxy feel so that you can easily glide the balm onto your skin when you're getting ready to use it. So this is a must-have ingredient for this. Then we're going to be using stearic acid. Now stearic acid is going to bring in more of the butter-like and balm-like consistency that you need for it to be the firm consistency that you need without any additional oiliness. So we're going to put all of those in a heat-safe container, and then we want to put this on a double boiler so that everything can melt down. Now, while that's melting down, I want to talk about the shimmer that we're going to be using. So first, I'm going to be doing more of a bronze that's going to be really great for more darker skin tones. It's going to really bring in that shine and that summer bronze type of look. And so with this, I'm going to be using summer bronze from Mad Mica. Then I also have the golden Gouda, and I'm also using poppy as well. Now these are going to really help to bring in that nice bronze and highlight that. And then I'm also going to be doing a gold as well. Now this is going to be the Gouda, the gold Gouda and the poppy gold mixed together. And these are just really beautiful shimmers that are going to really help highlight and give you like a nice subtle highlight and nice pop of color. Now, before you add this to your balm, I take some of the percentage of the sunflower oil and I left that aside and added that to the shimmer because I want to be able to make sure that all of it mixes together properly and there's no clumps. So by adding it to the oil first, it allows for you to mix everything properly and thoroughly so that there are no additional lumps and clumps within your balm. You don't want it to settle with a bunch of clumps of shimmer. So you just want to mix it together as great as possible. It's going to have a bit of a thick consistency, but it's not going to be clumpy in the balm. So now that we have that, we're going to add that to the balm. And you want to kind of move quickly because you don't want this to settle, because you can already see this is starting to thicken just a little bit, and that's fine, but you still want it to be able to be pourable. So you want to add in that at the same time. And I also added in isododecane, so it's kind of loosened up the product as well, so that it make it easier to pour, but it will also give the product a good dry down and make it very easy to dry down on the skin and blend onto the skin and stick as well. So that's always a really good key ingredient to always add. And then I just got one of those screw up bottles that's like for deodorant. That's kind of how I looked it up to find that, so I can have it in a stick form, making it a lot easier to use and apply. Now this is how the shimmer came out. I could have made more, but I really just wanted to test out the balm in this type of form. And you can see that it easily glides onto the skin, has a really nice soft texture, and it's just really creamy and easy to glide on, and I love the way it came out. Now, I really enjoy the way that this balm came out, but I want to see if changing out the beeswax for calendula wax is going to make any difference. I know I have my vegan lovers out there that want to have products that are going to be vegan and all natural, and by adding in the calendula wax instead, I want to see if it changes the texture or the feel at all for this product. So let's see how this changes things. So I went ahead with the same exact formula. I just went ahead and switched out for the calendula wax because I just wanted to see how that would change and what the consistency and feel of that type of wax would be. And I'm going to use that for the gold color that I'm making for the balm. And this is a really beautiful gold, and it just came out really nice and shiny. And I think this really works great for more lighter complexion. Even, someone my complexion will work really well as well. I just love the way that it came out and how gold and bright it is. And I went ahead and added isododecane to this as well, and arrowroot powder, because I want this to be a really good dry down. I want it to be really soft and very silky and smooth and glide onto the skin easily. And I use the same container. I just poured this in, and I'll have this link down below if you want to use these containers to make any balms that you want to create. It just makes it a lot easier to use because it makes it easy to apply onto the skin without having to dig your finger into a container. And after you've allowed it to sit, it's going to have this really nice consistency. It's very soft and easy to use. And I want to show you these two side by side, and I want you to see how different it looks on the skin. So I'm going to swatch them both. I'm going to start off with the bronze. Now this is what has the beeswax, and I think that it glides on really nicely. It has a nice, beautiful sheer and shine to it. I will say that with the beeswax, it does have a little bit more of a waxy consistency, but it's still very soft and silky smooth with the other ingredients that are there. But now let's get into this gold shimmer, because this is really beautiful, and this was gonna have the calendula wax instead. And with this, I feel like it just glided on a lot smoother. I feel like it was a lot softer of a consistency. It doesn't have a waxy feel at all. It doesn't feel tacky. I just feel like with the beeswax, it was a little bit a little grabby, and you can feel the difference when you're trying to glide it. So I think that would be the biggest difference. So I think that the calendula wax really does help with having more of a nice shine, and it also glides onto the skin beautifully as well. Okay, so now we have to get into lip gloss. Now, Shimmer lip gloss is definitely going to be a little bit easier to make than you may think. And I'm excited to show you how I got to these final results and these final colors, because they are absolutely spectacular, and you can definitely make Shimmer lip gloss. This is a really great product to have as a add-on product, a freebie. If you want to add in freebies to your product line, this will be a really great product to do, and it'll be pretty cheap overall to make. Now, to start off with making our lip gloss, we are going to be using interference mica. Now, this is a mica that has a type of pigment that exists in iridescence, and it has a color shifting effect when it's viewed in different angles and hues. So this is a beautiful mica to use, and it'll be different based on your skin tone. I know when I tried it on, and then when my mother-in-law tried it on, and she's lighter complected than me, it really just matched her skin tone a lot better than mine, and it just looked really nice. And the shine and the sheen from this color is really what shines through. Now, I got this from Amazon, and it came with like a pack of 12 different colors, so you can really test out and see which ones you really like. It would really match you. But I have one that is more of like that peachy color, and it's a little bit pink. Then this one here is more of like a purple hue, and the other one is going to just be a little bit more of like a champagne. You'll see that a little bit later as well. Now, to start off with, I'm going to have the full like base ingredients for the lip gloss here on the side for you, so you can take a screenshot and use this if you'd like. But to start off, I'm just going to have the oil and the shimmer mixed together so that it doesn't clump up when I add it to my base. Now, my base is going to have a lip gloss base, and I'm also going to be adding in polybutene. Now, polybutene is a really great ingredient because this is going to bring in more shine. It's going to be a very thick consistency that's going to really help to enhance the gloss and shininess of your lip gloss, which you really need because the lip gloss base itself just is gloss, but it doesn't really help to enhance the gloss, and it doesn't really have a really nice shine to it and shimmer to it. So by adding in the polybutene, this is going to help with that and make it a lot more shiny and glossy. Now take a look at these colors. These just came out so beautiful. I love this one here. It has a nice like pink, almost champagne like texture and color to it. It's just really beautiful. And the second one is going to have a purple hue. It's very kind of pink, light purple. And it's just a really nice, beautiful color, and it just glistens so nicely in the light. And then this one is going to be like more of like a pink, still kind of like champagne. The first one and this one are going to be fairly similar, but I'm going to try and enhance these a little bit more so that they can be a bit different. Now, all three of these lip glosses have a really pretty hue to them. You have like a nice pink hue, and then there's a purple hue, and then there's like a more like a peach hue. And when I put them on, and I even did the swatches on my arms, I've just felt like it didn't really match with my complexion. They're beautiful micas, they come out really pretty, but it just doesn't match my complexion. So I wanted to see how I could possibly change that. Now, I'm going to be using some darker micas to add into it to see how that changes to help with matching my complexion. Now, to start off with the more pink hued mica, I'm going to be using Peach Shimmer Mica from Brambleberry. Now, this is a really beautiful, like pinkish color that comes through perfectly with that pink, and it kind of helps it to shine through. You still get like that glimmer of light pink along with the shimmer. Now, for this more champagne color, I went with the Poppycock from Mad Mica. Now, this is a beautiful, like bronzy gold type of color. And it's a beautiful shimmer, and it paired really well with that more champagne color because it brought out more of like the gold and made it more, shiny, and it really paired well on my skin. Then I went in with this beautiful purple, and it's the Plum Dusk Mica from Brambleberry, and it's just a beautiful dark purple. It blends perfectly with that light purple and still brings in that shine, but you get the darkness that's going to pair well with my dark skin tone, and it's going to blend in a lot better. Now, I did a swatch of all three colors. Now let me know what you think about these down below and which one is your favorite. I really love the purple one. I just think that it complements my skin so well. Now, after I've made my lip gloss, I just got a syringe, and I can have this link down below so you will be able to purchase this. And I took my squeeze bottles and I just added in the lip gloss to these squeeze bottles, and they're the 15 ml squeeze bottles. I was able to get like 3 bottles out of each recipe that I made. So if you're just wanting to test them out and see, then you can make the same recipe, divide them up, and just like make one of each color, just making it a lot easier if you can really test them out and see how you like them for your own complexion. But I just love the way that these came out. It was easy to add them into these squeeze bottles, and it just came out really nicely, and it has a really great, beautiful shimmer. Now let's get into our body butter. I think you guys are gonna really love this one because the shimmer is just absolutely beautiful. And I'm gonna start off with mango butter, and then I'm going to be adding in cetyl alcohol, and then I also have a sweet almond oil in here as well. Just really making this a really straightforward, easy formula, and I'll have it uploaded as well if you want to see the full formula. And I just want it to all cool down after it melted, and I'm just gonna whip it all up together and just really get a nice nice consistency before I add in any arrowroot powder or anything like that. And this is just going to get it nice and fluffy. Now for our mica, this is going to be holographic mica. Now this is beautiful because it has a two-colored tone to it. It has a really nice holographic look to it, making it a lot more shiny, and especially in the sun, making it really bright. Now at looking at it, it's going to be just a nice white shimmer, and you can see on the spoon the color hue that you're going to get with this. Now I'm going to add this straight into my body butter. You don't have to add it into any oils first, because it's just going to whisk right in, and I'm going to use my blender for this. And I just used the blender and mixed it all together, and you can see that your body butter is still going to just be the nice white opaque color. The color of the mica is also going to make your body butter a lot more white of a color. You can see a little glimpse of the shimmer in the body butter, but the real big sell, you guys, is going to be how it looks on your skin. Oh my gosh, take a look at how this glides onto my skin, and you can see the pink color already coming through. It has nice little tones of yellow in it a bit as well, and it's really different based on your skin tone. But this is a beautiful pink shimmer. Again, you get little nice hues of yellow, but it just glides so nicely onto your skin, and this isn't a color you would expect to see. And you can kind of like add this on and layer it on as well to get more color, but this is just so beautiful. And to make this a little bit more decorative when it comes to making this shimmer, so I took the shimmer and I added it to alcohol, and I added in the shimmer, and I also went ahead and added in a little bit of the poppycock from the Mad Mica, because I wanted it to have a little bit of a golden color to it, just because when it comes to the shimmer, you're not going to see that pink hue come out. And I went ahead and drizzled it on the sides of the jar, and then I added in my product, and you can see how it nicely dried down on the sides of the jar. You can see it in the bottle, so you can see it in the jar, so you can see how beautiful the shimmer is going to be. And then I also went ahead and drizzled some of it on the top of the product as well. And after you drizzle it, then you're going to pick up the jar, and you want to kind of angle it around to get all of it to coat all over the top of the body butter. And after you do that, then you can flip it on its side so that it can drip out the additional, so that it can dry down perfectly and not have too thick of a coating. But this just comes out so beautiful. You get the nice pink, you get the gold, and it just looks so nice and just different. And it's just a really nice way to set yourself apart and just be different for your brand, and just a really nice way to make a gift for someone if you're just more into making DIY projects. This is just a really beautiful body butter all the way around. And when it dries down, you guys, that is really the nice showstopper. It looks nice and glistening here, but once it dries down, you can see that it kind of has like the nice two-tone. When you move it up and down, you get the gold, then you get the pink, and it's a nice contrast of like a rose gold, and it just looks so beautiful. And that's just a really nice treat to see when you open up the jar for the first time. So definitely give this technique a try. Definitely let me know down below if you're going to be using holographic mica. This is going to definitely be a game changer for your business and your products. Now, in making these formulas, I've realized that even with the isododecane, there is still a bit of a transfer. I mean, I have it on right now, and you can still see a little bit on my finger just by rubbing on my arm. So just using isododecane or IPM isn't going to be enough. So there's going to be other ingredients that you're going to want to add that's going to help with the transferability. If that's something that you are interested in, I do have a transfer resistant shimmer oil that I have on my website. If that's something you're interested in, then you can definitely click the link to purchase that, and that will be transfer resistant, and it really helps to make sure that the mica in the product really stays on your skin and it's not getting all of your clothes and on your hands. I absolutely love making shimmer oils. They come out so beautiful, but one of the biggest issues that I came across when I first started out was that it always settled to the bottom, and I hated that. And if that's an issue that you're also having, then watch this video here where I share with you the best way to stop shimmer from settling at the bottom of the bottle, and I'll catch you in the next one.